First and foremost, we give all praise to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh. Okay. Glory and honor to the elders, the apostles of GMS.
Who rule
well and push this truth. You know, and you Akim will push this truth on the corners and the highways and byways and cold, sleet, rain, don't matter, you know, on the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth and sincerity. Okay. And to the hopefully elect that are hopefully in GMS learning this truth about Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh, and not no false doctrine.
So we're going to jump back into this Brother Guard's lesson that we was trying to get through out on the street. Yeah, we was most definitely rudely interrupted by some two-turds. We tried to deal with them accordingly, but we're going to jump back into this now.
Just touching up on that, you need to, one needs to humble themselves in this truth. You know, we all had humble spirits, and we're listening to the things that they had to say in order so we could, rebuke those things righteously. But, a lot of things they kept changing the things they were saying, jumping to different scriptures, And at the end of the day, they were saying that they know everything already. They know this already. You need to humble yourself. That's why America's getting destroyed, because it's pride.
The biggest thing for me is they didn't even deal with scriptures, man. They put their scriptures away and couldn't compete with the scripture because Yahweh Hashem Yahweh and this doctrine that GMS pushes, okay, which is the true doctrine, the true word of the Most High. Our God, the God of Jacob, Isaac, and Abraham, okay, it's undefeated. Ain't nothing that can come against us because we have the truth, okay. And like the apostle elders always say, to tell a lie, you have to know the truth, and Esau knows the truth. Okay, that's why this lie is so, evidently believable for the rest of our people.
And more or less, for you to sit there and say that you already know everything, and it kind of just comes down to, I'm going to just bring this out because I wanted to just say it in general. I'm reading it as you brothers say what you say, and I can't help but feel the relevance. So I'm just going to jump into Isaiah real quick. Because these brothers couldn't get past the fact that we had sinned against the Lord, that's why we were in captivity. And that they couldn't humble themselves enough to understand, does the ox knoweth his master? Or the ox knoweth his master? The potter or the clay does not control the potter. And these brothers was trying to basically just kind of get past that. So we'll just read that scripture real quick. This is First Isaiah, the second chapter, or second verse. Hear, O heavens, and give, O earth, Hear, O heavens, and give ear, O earth. For the Lord hath spoken, and I have nourished and brought up children, and they have rebelled against me. And this is next line down. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel, you 2/3 niggas, and the rest of Israel who's not calling upon Yahweh Hashem Yahweh, you are that ox who doesn't know his master. Israel, you're part of that Israel who doesn't know. All right, brother. Yeah, I'm gonna read down for. I got a little bit to go to. A sinful nation of people laden with iniquity, and a seed of evildoers. Children that are corrupters, they have forsaken the Lord. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger, and they are gone away backwards. Why should ye be stricken any more? Ye will revolt more, and whole head is sick. The whole head is sick, and the whole heart faint. And that's true when you look at Israel as a whole, or you look at the Yasharallah as a whole. We're sick in the head and the body, and we're like what's his face says in his song, fat in mind and fat in body.
He said, what's he say? He says, it's survival of the fit, and niggas ain't fit.
There you go. Fat as
hell. We fat in mind, body fat as well.
There you go. And that's exactly what the Lord is talking about. From the sole of the foot even unto the head there was no soundness in it, but wounds and bruises, and fiend sores. They have not been closed, neither bound up, neither mollified with ointment. And them sores are ignorance, and the wounds of the old, the things that were shoved down your throat, the things that you learned in captivity that you can't get past. And your simple mind just is like, oh, well, Yahushua's white, everything in America is white. Therefore, Jesus could never be a Negro, or whatever it is that's hindering you.
And that's what the
Go ahead, brother. No,
I was
go
just gonna
ahead.
say that's what the brothers always say, man. That in this world you learn the most unlearning what you knew before.
Con. And that's where it comes to being humble, man. And the brothers we encountered on the street, at least the one brother we encountered on the street, he didn't have no humbleness. And he said it over and over and over that he already knew what we were saying, but he couldn't keep up with simple concepts. Therefore, thus saying,
Yeah, we were sitting there throwing milk at him and he couldn't even drink it.
So you're
why throw meat at him?
So and Salah. And this is more or less Isaiah talking about Sodom and Gomorrah, but he sees modern day America, man. And this is the next line down. Your country is desolate, and your cities are burned with fire. Your land, strangers devour it in your presence, and it is desolate and overthrown by strangers. Now, in that instance, it's literally talking about America and Sodom and Gomorrah. And the strangers is the Edomites that rule over you, not the confusion of faces, maybe in that sense.
That double sword.
Come on. But that's just prophecy, man. It hasn't happened yet to the entirety, but that's coming to America. For the reasons read before. For that ignorance. For you thinking that you do know everything already and that you don't have to hearken to the Lord. And the daughter of Zion is left as a cottage in the vineyard, as a lodge in a garden of cucumbers, as a besieged city. So it's virtually saying, man, you the cucumber in a besieged city. Just think about the concept. Like, we play this game called Total War all the time. So we besiege these cities. You gotta, you play. If you've played Total War, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, you basically just make war upon the world in different settings and in different parts of the world.
Or shit, you can be peaceful and.
So think about if you're the garden. If you're the garden inside of a besieged city, you ain't got no fucking chance. Especially if the city getting besieged. Except the Lord of hosts had left unto us a very small remnant. There's a small remnant of Israel, man.
And what's the Lord said? That all of Yasharallah is not a part of Yasharallah?
Come. And we should have been as Sodom. And we should have been like unto Gomorrah. So our wickedness was so bad, man, the Lord should have wiped us off the face of the earth.
A long time ago.
But we're still here. So, but, some brothers talk about the mercy of, I can't even say what he said, man.
That
I can't even say what he said.
He said that the Lord's coming back 3 times, bro. That he already came back the 7th time.
Okay, then why are we still in hell, man? That's what I want to know.
And why is there no peace? That's what I said. Why ain't no peace?
And there's no scripture to back that.
Come
There's none. There's not a single one. And that's why he didn't deal with scripture. He dealt with his own vain opinion. And that's why, you done with that, brother? So
I'm going down a couple more lines if you don't mind.
Go ahead, brother. I just got this 4 to 6.
All right. And this is just a shot to the Western world that the Lord gives in basically a past sense and in the future. This is the 10th line. Hear the word, O Lord, or hear the word of the Mashiach, ye rulers of Sodom, and give ear unto our Yahweh, ye people of Gomorrah. And he's talking basically to the Western world today and in the past. To what purpose is the multitude of your sacrifices unto me, saith the Lord? I am full of burnt offerings of rams and fat-fed beasts. I delight not in the blood of the bullocks or the lambs of the goat. And that's actually a cut to what that dude was saying, man. Because he tried to come up to us and say that the Lord only requires the lamb of the blood or whatever he was trying to say about the Passover and all that. And he was just
like, what about the unleavened bread?
Right. You just gonna leave that part out?
I just read Exodus the other day. That's why I told that man, like, man, you better get.
You know everything, but you got no knowledge.
You don't even know about the Passover. What are you talking about?
When ye come to appear before me, who hath required this at your hand, and tread my courts? So who the hell told you to do that? You know what I'm saying? Where did you get that information? Bring me no more vain obligation incest. It is oblation incest is an abomination to me. The new moons and the Sabbath, the calling of the assembly, I cannot away with. Is iniquity even the solemn meeting? your new moons, your appointed feast, my soul hated. So he said, when he hates your appointed days, keep his. So Christmas, Easter, New Year's, whatever it is that Esau says, oh, let's have a celebration and get turned up.
Because the Lord doesn't even want you to celebrate your own birthday.
Bump, it's the curse day, man. You should curse the day you was born, into captivity. Straight up.
It's beautiful.
And I'm going to keep reading, man. They are trouble unto me. I am weary to bear them. And this 15. And this is just for them 2/3 brothers who was basically just, this is almost what he said, man. Or this is directly for you. You come across this is for you, brother in blue. And when you spread forth your hands, I will hide mine eyes from you. Ye.
Talking about Jesus.
Ye. When ye make many prayers, I will not hear your hands are full of blood. I will not hear your hands are full of blood, is what he's saying. Wash you, make you clean, but away the evils of your doings from before mine eyes. Cease to do evil, and learn to do well. Seek judgment, and relieve the oppressed. Judge the fatherless, and plead for the widow. And that brother wasn't doing none of that whatsoever. Not even a piece of remotely any of that. He was talking about, oh, I already know this, I already know that, I'm cold. And he laughed at us quite a few times, actually. Yeah, the brother laughed at us.
He laughed at us, we laughed him back at him.
So yeah, like I said, the Lord's gonna laugh at you in your day of calamity when you calling upon the name of Jesus Christ, man. And now Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
Come. And he hides his eyes from you, man. You gonna be hurting.
Elohim comes through that sky, man, and you see fucking UFOs spewing fire and brimstone from within, man. Your heart's gonna be faint.
Gonna
melt.
Be
talk about some earth pig, and Yahweh's gonna destroy you straight up. He's gonna destroy the sinners thereof out.
There's even no power in that name, Jesus Christ.
Zero power in that name. And this is just, I'll end on this, man. I got more, but I'm done after this. Come now, and let us reason together, saith the Lord. Through your sins be as scarlet. They shall be as white as snow, and they shall be red, or they be red like crimson. They shall be as wool. So, come deal with the Lord, man. And he's going to either wash your sins away, or he's going to wash your blood off of his hands. And that's just virtually the way that's going down. You know,
read that Isaiah 1 and 2 again real quick.
Isaiah 2 and 3?
2 through 3.
The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel doeth not know. My people do not consider.
Now this is Hosea 4 and 6. My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge, because thou have rejected knowledge, and also I will reject thee. So you brothers that come up here and talk about some we follow Jesus or we follow Jehovah or Yeshua, man, you all gonna get destroyed, okay? Because for the most part, the men of the Lord are out there teaching the truth. Okay, if you're meant to hear this word, you're gonna come across it, and you're gonna accept it. And if you don't, then like the Lord says right here, you have rejected knowledge. Okay, and thus will I reject thee, and thou shalt be no priest to me. Okay, so if you reject the Lord and His name and His prophets, you know, like this brother said, they were sitting there laughing at us when we were trying to tell them, yo, man, you the kings of this earth. You know, you the princess of power, the princess of Amashiach, our king. Okay, and he's coming back to set up the new Jerusalem, like he was talking about, how he's saying, spiritual Jerusalem. Man, that city's gonna come when the Lord takes the 144K, and the heathens are building up our capital again in Jerusalem, out of gold, out of the most beautiful stones you've ever seen. Colors we haven't even seen yet is gonna be present in the kingdom. So the kingdom's gonna be so far vast in beauty that you scoffers gonna wish you didn't come up here and rebuke the Lord's little ones, and try to be foul against us, man. Because so the Lord's gonna reject thee, and thou shalt be no priest unto Him, seeing that thou hast forgotten the law of thine Yahweh. Okay, this dude forgotten the law. Okay, he didn't have his he had his hair cut, he had a tie on, an obelisk around his neck, a dick around his neck. He had the edges of his hairline cut up, which we're not supposed to do, just like in Leviticus it tells you. Okay, but you're gonna teach me something about a Mashiach?
But he was sitting there really trying to lecture us about what we was doing.
I will also forget thy children. So his children's gonna get forgotten too, with his what he's bringing forth. Because you're not bringing forth fruit to Yahweh. Okay, you're bringing forth confusion, and therefore Yahweh's going to destroy you. And that's all I had on that. That was just a precept to you, bro.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
if you got precepts, go ahead. Yeah, get on that, man. You know, it's just a topic.
And speaking of which, I got another one going off of what you was just saying.
I got Romans. I got a whole bunch off this, man. I got Jeremiah 8 and 7. We'll just finish that one.
Yeah, go ahead.
Finish yours.
Yeah, go ahead.
I want
y'all
to get that Obadiah too.
This is Ezekiel 33, just 2 through 6. Son of man, speak to the children of thy people, and say unto them, when I bring the sword upon a land, the people of the land take a man of their coasts and set him for their watchman. If when he seeth the sword come upon the land, he blow the trumpet and warn the people, then whosoever heareth the sound of the trumpet and taketh not warning, if the sword come and take him away, his blood shall be upon his own head. He heard the sound of the trumpet and took not warning, his blood shall be upon him. But he that taketh warning shall deliver his soul. But if the watchman see the sword come and blow not the trumpet, and the people be not warned, if the sword come and take any person from among them, he is taken away in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at the watchman's hand. So that's blood off our hands.
Blood off our, whoop, whoop, wash it off. And matter of fact, man, that was just that. I like, man, that was beautiful, man. I'm gonna jump right here though. I got one. If y'all brothers don't mind, I got a little more. We can just from what you just said. And this is just Isaiah. This is more in Isaiah the 1st chapter. If ye be willing and obedient, ye shall eat the good of the land. But if ye refuse and rebel, ye shall be devoured with the sword. For the mouth of the Mashiach has spoken it. How is the faithful city become a harlot? It was full of judgment and righteousness lodged in it. But now there is murderers. Thy silver is become dross, and the wine mixed with water. Thus meaning, man, that this great people, man, this great and illustrious people of the Lord, the Israelites, your LeBron Jameses, your KDs, you know, your Justin Tucks, them freaks, the Israelites that are out there in the world, them Cam Newtons. That's the fruit of the earth, man. That's the salt of the earth, them Israelites. And how now is it that you become a harlot? That the wine is mixed with water. We got all these soft, effeminate niggas running around that want to follow the doctrine of coochie instead of what Yahushua says and what the Mashiach. Yeah, man. And, you know, you got brothers asking you questions that don't even make sense.
You got brothers atheists, man. That's the worst.
Oh, my God. Like, this just...
Not even believing in God because they feel like somehow the Lord has done them wrong.
Right.
Or somehow they be like...
Your life sucks so bad because your daddy died when you was 12. He's probably owned slaves.
The Lord was real. Wow, life so
right.
bad. Why niggas out here getting fucked up? Nigga, you getting fucked up because of what you're doing right now.
And if you read the Bible, you'd know.
And yeah, if you read the scriptures, you would know. Thy princes are rebellious. And thus saying that wine doesn't mix with water now because it's weak. Our seed is weak. Our line is weak. Brothers' minds is weak. Brothers' physical forms is weak. Niggas' mental states is weak. Nobody reads the scriptures, and nobody gives a damn. And that's where our society's at as a whole. Princes of power are sitting on their couch playing Xbox, you know, 24/7 all day long, doing this, that, and the other thing, but nobody wants to read the scriptures. And then when the scriptures come out, all of a sudden you public enemy number one.
Niggas will drive cross town for possible pussy,
but won't open the damn book.
15
Make no sense, man. Make no sense. This 23, this 1 and 23, Isaiah. Thy princes are rebellious and companions of thieves. Everyone loveth gifts and follow after rewards. They judge not the fatherless, neither doing the cause of the widow that come unto them. So, what does every nigga say, man, out here in the street? Every nigga. I'm trying to get that paper, son. I'm trying to chase this.
Touchdown in Paris.
Right, trying to touch down in Paris last nigga. Oh man, that all sounds cool, but at the end of the day, you know, I'm trying to have me like 3-4 bitches and, you know.
I gotta live for today,
Right.
man. I gotta live for
Bottle
today.
of Alizé, a couple bitches on the side. It's cool. They ain't worried about the fatherless, or the widow, or the brother who has nowhere to go. They just worried about that next come up, and that's how Jake gets down, man. Companions of thieves that love his gifts and chases after rewards. Out there, let me get them dollars, man. I gotta hustle for this money, this and that, and this and that. That's what Jake chased.
They destroy each other over money, man.
Man, Jake will shoot another Jake over $5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I told you eighth was 25, bro.
$5. Jake will kill you over $5 and let Esau live for fear of repercussions. Man, fuck Esau, man. Fuck Esau. He ain't shit, man. He got you Jakes fucked up.
Death to America, man.
Real talk.
Come on.
Straight up, fuck America, dude. Fuck Babylon the Great. It's gonna fall.
And then I'm gonna keep reading, man, because this is just heavy. Y'all brothers, if you got something, just jump on it. Therefore saith the Lord of hosts, or therefore saith the Mashiach of hosts, the mighty one of Yasharallah, and I will ease me of mine adversaries, and avenge me of mine enemies. So you Edomites that did this, that set our people to be stupid, sideways, and backwards, and so fucked up, the Lord is gonna wipe you out, eradicate you. You gonna be gone. You ain't gonna be a problem no more, because the Lord's adversaries and enemies is getting wiped out. So how much more do you need to be told? You already scared. Your market crashing is going away. Your way of life is deteriorating.
Your women's running.
Niggas is taking your women left and right. Whether she's still coming home to you or not. In a lot of cases.
She's from Jake.
Yeah, she going to go fuck Jerome. And then she comes home afterwards. Talking about some, you
some
know,
of y'all
how
sick
maybe.
fucks will have a Jerome fucker in front of him.
Yeah, and there is some of
Pay
y'all
him to
out
do
there
it,
too.
that she won't even
Nasty
leave.
fuckers. We know about y'all, man. We exposing y'all. We gonna tell on y'all motherfuckers, man. Like y'all be telling on us all the time. Call the police quick. Jake show up in Esau neighborhood and the police number get dialed and we test the witness to that shit. And I'm sure there's plenty of brothers who
What are you
can.
niggas doing in this neighborhood?
Yeah, what are you niggas doing in this hood?
Oh, y'all crashed down, huh? Well, what the fuck were you doing around here, Tyrone?
Right. So
Fuck you, man.
here we go down. And I will turn my hand upon thee and purely purge away thy dross. Them weak niggas. Them soft niggas. Them niggas that don't want to kill Esau. Them niggas that's friends with the thieves. We gonna get rid of you. The Lord's gonna get rid of you.
I got this brother on Obadiah whenever you finish.
Oh yeah. I'm almost there, man. And I will restore, let me finish that other line. And take away all thy 10. Which means virtually gonna take that 10 out of the silver. So you got the silver that's pure, and then that 10 getting taken out. The weak little fake shit that's mixed in with us. The water that's mixed in with the wine gonna get sucked up out the wine. Evaporated. See you later. Peace out.
Deuces.
And I will turn my hand upon thee and purely purge away thy dross in all thy 10. And I will restore thy judges as at the first, and thy counselors as at the beginning afterward. Thou shalt be called the city of righteousness, the faithful city. Zion, let me just read it again. Zion, as in Israel, shall be redeemed with judgment, and her converts, Sharab, is what that means. Return.
And you can't convert to something that you've never been a part of. That's what you fake ass Jews, man.
Come.
You fake ass Khazardian Jews.
So you
up there
out.
with my people, man. Let me get Revelations 2 and 9 real quick.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I just gotta say something real quick too. On
Yeah.
That's the spirit, because I pulled that out on those on
you-
that false doctrine.
Matter of fact, you
earlier, too.
did. You did. That's what made me think of it, to
This
be
is
honest with you,
2 and
man.
9. I know thy works and tribulations, but thou art in poverty. Okay, because the Lord sees what the hopeful elect and GMS are doing, pushing this truth in faith and sincerity. If you're doing so, because there are some agent brothers, and that's whatever. Esau's gonna do whatever, but he's not gonna stop GMS and the hopeful elect from waking up the elect, and even you affiliate brothers that aren't a part of GMS but are teaching his true doctrine in truth and sincerity. You don't have to be in GMS. GMS ain't in the Bible. Okay?
Come.
As long as you out here pushing about Yahweh, Shimmy, Hawashai, and following the laws, statutes, and commandments to your best of your ability. Okay?
The Lord is gonna deal with you, man.
With you.
At least if you blessed, you know.
Damn.
Damn.
The Lord's gonna save who He wants to save. But the reason He says that I know Thy works because we live in poverty, but we are rich is because we have this knowledge, we have this understanding that Yahweh, Shimmy, Hawashai is, our God, and nobody else is.
God.
He's coming to raise up and close the breaches of the house of David, which has been thrown down and cast down by these Idumean Edomites who have falsely, taken and destroyed our heritage and claimed it as their own. You some motherfucking thieves, you some motherfucking liars, and the Lord's gonna destroy you. Straight up.
Yep.
Okay?
Yeah.
This is and I know, but sorry, Salah. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogues of Satan. Okay? And they're the only religion that worship in a synagogue. There's no getting around that.
No.
You motherfuckers are demons.
Can't run.
You're faggots.
Yep.
Okay, you suck baby dick.
You do.
You fuck each other in the ass. You love sodomy. You own everything. You own MTV. You own Jay-Z. You own everything that people see. Okay, you some motherfucking demons. And you're gonna fall, man.
Television, the banking system, whatever you can think of, whatever you can come up with is some Idumean Edomite, whether he's Khazarian or not, behind it, running the whole show, pulling it like this.
Demonize our people.
Yeah, and you motherfuckers get uncomfortable when we show up in your neighborhood.
You should. Shit. I fucking
I
can't.
get
You
uncomfortable
should
when I
now,
see you in my neighborhood.
But I get uncomfortable when you in my hood.
I see the Wodies and get scared. I be like,
Shit.
hell no, I don't want
Fuck the Wodies, man.
But actually, I fucking killed them. Let them run around. Oh my gosh, man. Fuck Esau, dude.
They're about to pull out something fake. Have a cop come and grab me for no reason.
Right, some fake
Throw
shit.
my
out.
Bible in the
I'll
dirt.
beat the shit out that motherfucker so quick. He wouldn't be able to pull out his gun nor taser. Rain fist and boots on that motherfucker so quick.
And well,
Fake ass Edomites.
for Lord willing, man, none of these brothers have to go through that. Period. But we will all definitely do a stint for the word. That's for sure.
Lord willing.
Lord, that's just on that. And I'm my bad. Did you got something else? I was just gonna go back to where I was at because it's just the whole thing is just here.
Oh, no, you good. Go ahead and finish.
All right.
We'll let this brother finish and we'll go to
And then,
Obadiah.
all right, this is Isaiah 1:28. And the destruction of the transgressors and of the sinners shall be together, and they that forsake the Lord shall be consumed. So that's pretty self-explanatory in and of itself. For they shall be ashamed of the oaks which ye have desired, and ye shall be confounded for the gardens that ye have chosen. So it's like you said earlier, man, when you was talking about the tree, right? You was talking about the big tree. Esau is in the big tree and he's hyped and he loves being up there above everybody else. That's the oak that you chose. You chose to do that wickedness and be up in that high tree. And now that that's what you chose, and it's a long fall from that tree. It's a long fall to the ground. And your ashes is falling out the nest left and right. Like this brother read earlier. And that's why. You transgressing against the Lord, you think you just going to slip past?
The Pharaoh didn't let our people go. What do you think will happen to you?
Right.
All the wonders that happened in Egypt, what do you think the wonders are going to be like in spiritual Egypt again, the second time?
For ye shall be as an oak whose leaf fadeth, and as a garden who hath no water. No water.
There.
You're going to be done. Period. Your tree got no leaves, and your garden got no water. No knowledge, no salvation. Ain't nothing for y'all. Y'all 2/3 niggas, and y'all Edomites, go ahead. Keep worshiping on Chesapeake Borshire. Keep doing what you do. Keep snorting that coke. You know what I'm saying? Keep fucking, spend your money. Fuck other niggas' bitches, because the Lord is going to come back and he going to wax y'all asses straight up off the face of the earth. That's your reward. That's the gardening that you choosing to be in.
They gonna hear that too before this video ends.
Come on.
2/3 of our people, you
Yeah.
chose that tree too.
You chose that
hiding
tree.
under its shadow.
Especially most of our women, man.
Especially our women, man. You the
Especially
worst.
most of our women.
Y'all bitches the worst. And I ain't afraid to tell you that.
That just shows
Period.
that
I tell you to
in
your face. Come
Genesis.
see me. And the strong shall be as tow, and the marker of it as a spark. And they shall both burn together, and none shall quench them. Bye bye.
To you 2/3 and you Edomites.
Bye
And
bye.
the rest of you heathens that
Shit.
ain't trying to bow down. But every knee's gonna confess, man.
And
like my brother Yaladon always likes to say.
yeah,
What's that scripture? Actually, read that real quick, Yaladon.
yeah. If you got that, keep that Obadiah too, though, because
And
you about to be on here.
And you 2/3, you women who chose that tree too.
What's
You
that
know,
scripture?
it showed that wickedness when you
what is it?
when you chose that them wicked ass serpent in the in the garden.
In the garden. There you go. Bam.
You was choosing them then, and you still are now.
Hold on. And when you find it, just stop me. Okay. All right. It's all good. And I'm just gonna go to the second chapter here, and I'm gonna skip the first line. It just talks about this being Isaiah who's saying this concerning Judah. And this is verse 2. Isaiah 2nd chapter, 2nd verse. And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Mashiach's house shall be established in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all the nations shall flow unto it. So the nations is going to flow onto us, man, onto the Israelites. What do we do? Because we've been out here telling you clowns.
Romans 14:11.
There you go. And the elders been telling you, and the other camps been telling you, and other brothers been telling you, and you know, we all over YouTube, man. We all over the world.
Now I'm gonna hit Isaiah.
Man, you got brothers that'll hit the SAP button on your ass. Start busting this out in Spanish. So there's no excuse. The world is going to flow back onto your house shot, whether you clowns like it or not. Period. That's the way that's going to go. And many people shall go and say, come ye, and let us go up.
Let this brother hit that because that's relevant right now.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, brother. I'll stop where I'm at.
I'm gonna hit this too. You go ahead.
1 second.
This is Romans 14:11. For it is written, as I live, saith the Lord, every knee shall bow to me, and every tongue shall confess to Yahweh. That's every soul, every man, every woman, every child, of every nation, of every man that's ever lived on this earth, of the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, of all nations, shall bow and confess the true name of the living God, which is Yahweh Bashem Yahushua.
And that's in the New Testament. Okay, now I'm gonna jump to the Old Testament. This is Isaiah 45:23. Okay. I have sworn myself, the word is gone up out of my mouth in righteousness, and shall not return. That unto me every knee shall bow, every tongue shall swear. Okay, and that's like this brother just said. Talking about every single nation upon this earth is going to return in Shirah, back to the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua under the rule of the Israelites. Man.
Where we at, brother? Did he bring that out already?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. And many people shall go. This is chapter 3, the third verse, or chapter 2, third verse, Isaiah. And many people shall go and say, come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Mashiach, the house of Yahweh of Jacob, and he will teach us his ways, and he will walk in his path, and we will walk in his path. For out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. So I keep thinking to
All
myself,
these other heathens want to talk all the time.
and this brother, I just can't get around how this brother was just trying to differentiate Zion from Israel, as if they were two different places or two different things or
See,
two different
He
beings.
just didn't understand that the Lord talks in twofold sometimes.
Yeah, like
But
he
he's
was
talking about the present and the past at the same time.
That's what just made me be like, man, this nigga's dumb. He's over here trying to talk,
He's on a basic
trying to have a
level.
conversation that he's not intelligent enough to have, and that's what was. Damn, I can't get past that. It's all good though, man. Niggas is just ignorant.
Hosea 4:6.
I know,
man.
man.
Lack of knowledge.
And he shall judge among the nations and shall rebuke many people. So it ain't nothing wrong with telling the nigga he's wrong, or rebuking the shit out of somebody who's doing something wicked as hell. You know,
Especially
ain't
trying
no
to
wrong with
glorify
that.
it in righteousness.
Yeah,
That's
you know what I'm saying? I
blasphemy.
can't stand that when somebody come to me trying to justify all different forms of wickedness. Like, well, I did this evil shit because of this.
That's how Mashiach says when he says that they call everything evil good and everything good evil.
Shit is crazy, man.
That's how they do it.
Shit is crazy. Oh, well, here you go. And I'm gonna just read it again. And he shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, and neither shall they learn the way of war anymore. So what happens when you have a plowshare though? You go to work. So you ain't gonna know the ways of war no more. Esau ain't gonna know the ways of war no more.
You know them fields.
You gonna know them fields.
You know hard bondage just like you did with us. Actually, let me get Revelations with you. Now that you said that, you don't know them fields.
Mm-hmm.
This is perfect for that.
And that heat, that sun, you're gonna be reintroduced to some UV rays that your leprous ass ain't ready for.
Some hot rays.
Some hot rays, boy.
Mm-hmm. And not in America either. We talking about Israel, Jerusalem, our homeland.
That Middle East
the land of milk and honey.
Mm-hmm.
And this is Revelations 13 and 9. If any man hear, if any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
Just read that.
He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
So bye-bye.
He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
We gonna kill you. You gonna get what you brought to the world.
Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
There you go.
Patience right there.
That's the patience. Why we ain't attacking you in the streets.
So many times you want to, but
yeah, we want
remember
to.
that
Man,
scripture.
you think we don't want to kill you motherfuckers in the streets? You think, do we look afraid? Do I look like I'm afraid of you?
Fuck you.
I know you Edomites watch these videos, man.
That's how I feel. Fuck you, Esau. If you got anything to say,
I know you feds watch these
you better
videos.
say it to my face.
I got
Come see
another
me.
scripture to back that up
Go
too.
ahead, brother.
This is Isaiah 14. I'll start at 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel. So that salvation's only for Jacob. And set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord, for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors.
And I just want to hit this because back into this. This is Isaiah, first chapter or second chapter, 5th verse. Just to continue on with basically what you read. O house of Jacob, come ye and let us walk in the light of the Mashiach. Therefore, thou hast forsaken thy people, the house of Jacob, because they have been replenished from the east, and are the soothsayers like Philistines, and they please themselves in the children of the strangers. So we do what the heathens do.
Sorry, man, I just saw some real spiritual shit on the TV on the show.
What happened? All right, no worries. We do what the heathens do though. Jake is hearkening on to do shit. That's crazy. Jake is man. Look at damn Esau's little line. Esau's
eagle,
little
man.
love.
The motherfucking eagle, bro.
Yeah.
We're about to get into that in Obadiah.
Yeah,
Motherfuckers, man.
that is pretty spiritual. That would pop up on TV moments before we jump into that. Yeah, man. And this is line 7. And their lands also is full of silver and gold. Neither is there any end of their treasures. And their land is so full of horses, neither is there any end of their chariots. And their land is so full of idols, they worship the work of their own hands, that which their own fingers made. And the mean man boweth down, and the great man humbleth himself. Therefore, forgive them not. And that's virtually just talking about, man, how America was filled with gold and silver. America had great minds. America made a lot of money. America stole a lot of money. America took a lot of shit that didn't belong to them, and these Edomites put themselves in order above all the rest of you heathens.
And they got
And then
tails.
It's the waters that made the tree
There
great.
you go. And then they put Jake on the bottom. They put Jake on the bottom, and we've been on the bottom since. And they've benefited from everything they've done, from the slave trade to the Renaissance to whatever it may be in whatever period of time. There's always been one benefactor, and that's them. Since they've taken us down, since we no longer rule over them, all that they've done is make sure that they keep you underneath them. And that's why the mean man boweth down, and the great man humbleth himself. Therefore forgive them not. We trying to humble ourselves for the Mashiach. We trying to humble ourselves for Yahweh Shem Yahushua to deem us worthy. And we ain't shit. We just folk trash niggas from the hood that know a little something. But we only know what we know because we were humble men.
And learn from the apostle elders and the Achion pushing the truth and truth and sincerity. That's
and
why we give praise and glory, and not glory, but honor to you.
And this is for educational purposes, not self-glory. So niggas who get caught up in the pride piece, or your feelings get hurt because you're lost and you don't know that, or you don't understand, or hey man, it's a brother out there who probably knows what's confusing you. So
there's levels to this.
And there's levels to this, man. You ain't gonna be on the same level as every brother. We ain't on the level of the elders. And we ain't gonna sit here and try to tell
I
you
never
that
get there. You know,
but we aspire to be there, and we're humble men. We want to get there, but we want to learn, whether through reproof and whatever it may be. That's the mark of being humble. Not a nigga who comes to you and I know this and you ain't got to tell. I already knew that. And that's what most jakes do. Most jakes tell you half the shit that's in the scriptures just off the top of their head, and then really truly feel like they know something. When it's like, okay, well, everything you saying is in the scriptures, but you don't want to get down with that. That makes no sense, man. Get that Obadiah, my brother. That's it on that.
Did you finish your Ezekiel?
No, I had a little bit left.
Oh, well, did you want to do that first, or what you want
that brother finish
okay,
Ezekiel,
yeah, that's
then
cool.
Salah. Yeah, then go ahead.
Yeah, keep holding that.
Put Esau up. Give Esau the final cut.
I have a couple of precepts that hit Obadiah too.
All right, yeah, brother. He's got some precepts in Obadiah too. If you want to
Yeah, I got all kinds of precepts off of you, so just let me know what you need.
Yeah, so 31, I believe where I left off was 11, where Lord was pretty much calling out his revenge that was about to come on America for their pride and all their lies. So verse 12, and strangers, the terrible of the nations, have cut him off, and have left him upon the mountains, and in all the valleys his branches are fallen, and his boughs are broken by the rivers of the land. And all the people of the earth have gone down from his shadows and have left him. Are we going to get that Obadiah 1 and 7 off? And
all the men of thy confederacy brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They eat thy bread, have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him.
So you see this nation's falling apart, and you see that there's other nations rising against it. So all these little nations are about to hop fence, and they are right now. You see what Iran just did.
Pretty much.
The fences, man. The fences is going. They've been up.
Yeah. Or like I showed this brother earlier, we was watching the little CNN for just a minute, and they showed a flash to one of the Capitol buildings, and there's like a gun tower. There's 3 of them that I could clearly make out. Gun tower, gun tower, gun tower. And then on top of it, they had, the constructual pieces as if they're rebuilding the ceiling of such. But it clearly shows you 3 gun towers right on top of the damn Capitol building. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
And they got the fences around it. Eventually it zoomed out. They showed you some fences with the barbed wire. The whole gig, man. Why the hell are they doing that if they're like, oh yeah, come over here. This is a
safe zone.
Yeah, this is safe zone. It's a tourist attraction. But we got, barbed wire and fences and gun towers. If you niggas get too close, we'll clap you. Why? They ain't trying to give you the answer.
Yeah. Yeah, you already got all these nations already are leaving our currency.
Straight up. 23 countries have already dumped the dollar.
24 now.
24 now, I believe. Yeah, I
'Cause,
think you're right.
Because one of them African nations joined. I forget who it was.
Yeah, there's quite a few. Most of the countries that have dropped the dollar, I believe, most of them are in Africa. That's why it kind of seems like
the major European countries too are
right.
starting to do it as well.
Yep.
Like the countries that are tagged on to the BRIC system.
Yep. Those countries that already know that the BRIC system is in place and they'll be straight and they'll be all good and they don't need the fucking dollar anymore, they're moving away from it. Why? It's bad for business. Anybody who's a businessman knows that the dollar is going to go. How could you sit here and be like, look at Greg Monterino, man. He's about as white as they come. We know about you, Greg. And you know this market gonna go. You know what I'm saying? And there's no way that you can sit here and tell me like, oh, you know, we're gonna make a recovery, full recovery. Even he knows there ain't no damn recovery. Stock market ain't never coming back. The only reason it ain't gone all the way yet is the damn crash protector, or what do they call it? You know what I'm talking about. They got the crash unit.
They got the
them
circuit breaker
Edomites
on
with
that
the them Edomites with super dough that pump the
pump it up.
that pump the system back up. Yeah, exactly. Like Joe Budden. Every time they Joe Budden the damn numbers back up so that your dumb ass can see that and be like, oh, well, it's not doing that bad. I guess it's been worse. And that's what these Edomites do. Try to fucking hang on to false ass hope. It's like a nigga who, you know, he already he bleeding on the floor, he finna die, he done been shot, he's sitting there like, I'm gonna be cool. Don't even trip. I'll be cool. Like, you're done. Game over, dude. Go home. It's a wrap. Go ahead, brother.
This one here's a cut for you, NATO. Verse 13. Upon his ruin shall all the fowls of heaven remain, and all the beasts of the field shall be upon his branches. So when America falls, you allies that are on his branches are going to fall too. And even you 2/3.
That's why I told that, brother.
Like he was just reading. You chose that tree. You're going to fall with the tree.
Put your ass
Come.
on that day. You see eagle on your shirt.
Come.
It's the Eagle Man.
You know, and back up that beast is talking about man. Do one of you Akio want to get Ecclesiastes 3 and 18?
I got you, brother.
Ecclesiastes 3 and 18.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
I'm gonna keep going here too while you
Isaiah
pull that out.
now.
This is 14. To the end that none of all the trees by the waters exalt themselves for their height, neither shoot up their top. Trees stand in the height, all that drink water, for they are all delivered unto death, to the nether parts of the earth, in the midst of the children of men, with them that go down into the pit. So you're about to get fucked up so bad that you won't be able to drink water and rise yourself back up, and you're going to be in the nether parts of the earth. That nether, I believe, is getting into the Hebrew. It's tashata, which means the low or lowest. So you're gonna be the lowest place of the earth.
You're gonna be the water that falls up out the bucket when you carrying it.
Yeah, man. The water you don't care about. See you later. Bye bye. Did you want me to hit that Ecclesiastes? Just let me know when you want.
Yeah. If you want to pull that out, and then if
1 and 13 is what you wanted?
No, 3 and 18.
3 and 18.
And then if you want to pull out Revelation 17 and 4, Yawadon, and Yatazaka 18 and 6 of Revelations. And those are just to back up, these nations that chose to drink from the cup of Babylon. NATO.
The cup of
You got to
wrath.
get fucked up too. Yeah.
The cup of wrath that
Uh-huh.
Esau and Edom
Yeah,
passed
that's
around
where
the
we
earth.
go last, brother.
Yeah, just like how do you
yeah,
want me
yeah.
to put them out? That Ecclesiastes 3 and 18 first.
Yeah.
Excuse me, Salah. The greater thou art, the more humble thyself, and thou shalt find favor before the Mashiach.
Is that 3 and 18?
Yeah, that's what, or at least in this
Oh
one,
no,
you know what I mean?
yeah, in the regular one, but not Sirach. Sorry about that.
No worries, I just wasn't sure which one you totally.
Oh no, it's all good.
It's all good. I'll go get it.
You wanna pull out yours real quick when you're on?
You said 14. What was it?
tell you. So,
14 and 11, I think you said?
no, 17 and 4.
So this is Revelation 17 and 4. 17 and 4. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color and decked with gold and precious stone and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication.
Okay, that one's just like we were just talking about. That's like this brother just precepted me in this, and that's talking about that cup of wrath that Esau sent across the world and convinced all the other nations, all the other heathen nations, to indulge in their society's standards and what they've exalted in the world to become what we see as modern society out here now. You see TVs, cars. These are all things that Esau, Edom, had created and started the foundation for with that wicked root, and then spread across the world with that wicked gauntlet. And I'm at that. I got that Ecclesiastes, brother. If you want that still too.
Okay, yeah. Since Yadon just pulled that, you want to pull that out? Real
Yeah,
quick
brother, you
and,
mind if I start at the top of 18? Because all that's kind of relevant.
Go
down
ahead,
to
go ahead.
6. All right. And after these things, I saw another angel come down from the heavens, having great power, and the earth was lighting up with the glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils, and hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful brother. Okay? So that's telling you right now that we are in a cesspool of sin. We're in a cesspool of wickedness, of devils.
God, that's why it's so hard.
And evil spirits.
That's why it's so difficult to do that. Man, to stay right in a simple concept is difficult. And Esau makes it like that.
Right.
You can't eat fucking Jello. You can't drink certain things.
Fucking marshmallows.
Come on, man. You can't eat
For all the
fucking
nations
marshmallows.
have drinking of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her. And the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her deliverance. And I have heard another voice from heaven saying, Come up out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sin, and ye receive not of her plagues. Okay, so it's called in America a giver of plagues. Okay, what's the plagues? That wickedness that is so indulged here, that is so advertised, that is so made okay. Okay, everything that is wicked is made to be good, and everything that is good is made to be wicked in their eyes. And that's how this brother was saying that they've literally convinced the heathens into partaking in wickedness at all times. Okay, and for her sins have reached unto the heavens, and Yahweh hath remembered her iniquities. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works. Okay, in the cup which she hath filled to her double. So America's about to get, Sodom and Gomorrah double. That's why every single nuclear vessel on the earth is coming from this place. That's why the Lord has his bow bent so ready to fire those arrows onto Babylon, man. And that's why I'm so ready to see that angel really come up out the sky, because that's future prophecy, and say Babylon is falling. Because in that day, me and these brothers gonna rejoice.
And imagine how
death to America.
And imagine how hurt that brother who told us, "Oh, I'm in the military, but I believe in all of this." He gonna be fucking hurt, man. He gonna be hurt. He gonna be hurt. And I'm not saying that to be funny, but just he gonna be fucked up because he's sitting there trying to rebuke us. It's like, man, you work for the white man. What the fuck?
I was like, nigga, you got Esau on your shoulder. Fuck out of
you,
here,
man.
The reason you have that clothes, the reason you have that shirt on your back is because Esau paid for it.
Right.
With Monopoly money.
Which one did you want next, brother? I got that. I'm holding that Ecclesiastes still.
Yeah. You want to go ahead and pull that up?
Yeah. Did you want me to go to 18 or can I jump on it a little before that?
If you want to jump on a little before.
I'm gonna just start at 15.
Okay.
That which hath been is now, and that which is to be hath already been, and Yahweh reckoneth that which is past. So he deals with past, future, and present, all at the same general time.
That's why the Lord says nothing new.
That's why there's nothing new under the sun. And moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment, that wickedness was there, and the place of righteousness, that iniquity was there. And I saw in mine heart that Yahweh shall judge the righteous and the wicked from there. Is a time there for every purpose and for every work. And I said in mine own heart concerning the estate of the sons of men, that Yahweh might manifest them, and that they might see that themselves are beasts.
Oh, so that just shows you there, you know, that it's referring to man as beast.
Come. And that there's not nothing new under the sun.
Mm-hmm.
That we've been doing this, we've been on this horrible merry-go-round where we go up and down for centuries, generations, whatever you really, and we just been on the bottom part for a real long time, and we about to.
The worst about it is we've been on the bottom for so long that we're used to it.
Yeah.
We enjoy being on the bottom.
We enjoy it. Niggas enjoy suffering, man.
They enjoy no expectancy.
I've heard a lot of
because it allows them to indulge in the wickedness that they indulge in.
Mhm.
I've heard a lot of people say, you know, that oh, you're talking about this, but there's been all kinds of slaves. Who do you think built the pyramids? Who do you, motherfucker? It was us the whole time.
Us every time.
Us the whole time.
Us in Babylon. Us in Egypt. Us in America. We built
In
all your
Assyria.
great shit everywhere. Everywhere. Israelites built all your shit, and we gonna come take it back and make you rebuild the kingdom.
And you try to say you have a,
And
you had
that,
a
and then
fake
that brother
ass
was
Jew
talking
do
about
that.
Jerusalem coming, how the Lord said He's gonna make Jerusalem come down from the heavens. And that's talking about literally how Mashiach's gonna come and set up the new kingdom with the 144K.
Right. Well,
and that brother couldn't even understand that.
He couldn't get past how he was like. Remember, because that's what he was. The spiritual and the physical. You gotta be able to match the spiritual to physical. Okay, nigga. Well, you're spiritually and physically in slavery. Maybe not in the yoke anymore, but your ass is still in slavery.
You don't even need the yoke no more, nigga. The yoke is bigger than ever.
Right. So if you're talking about on a spiritual level, how in the hell is this not spiritually hell? How are you? You don't rule
Even
shit.
Tupac said that.
You don't
He
even.
know
Yeah.
shit.
And Tupac don't know nothing. And he was. And don't get. I mean, I ain't gonna sit there and say the man's intelligence was trash. Maybe he dabbled in some shit he shouldn't have, and that's why he got clapped. But just in general, he didn't have a whole gang of information, but he was able to understand that he
was
most
in heaven.
definitely wasn't in heaven. That he wasn't in no type of rulership, and that every day of his life was ass. And that, what'd he say? Oh, well, bullets burn. That's hot. That's hell. Boom. You know, and he had all these physical...
He said fire burns.
Right, fire burns. You know, bullets burn.
This world
What was
fucked.
it that he said?
This world burns. How the fuck?
There you go.
I don't have to go, 10 feet under.
You don't have to.
50 miles underneath the earth
Motherfucker,
to
you
get
can
burned
set
by
your
a dude
house
with
on fire.
a pitchfork and a red
Look,
horn.
man, and that happened to
makes
Jay
sense, man.
so many times. Edomite come through, he angry that you got better shit than him. He'll set your
Black
fucking
Wall
house
Street,
ablaze,
man. Black fucking
burn
Wall
you
Street.
and your family inside,
9/11
and not
before
feel shit
9/11.
about it. And then when you're dead, go in and take anything valuable left in your home and march out because he's a fucking
And
head.
then when he sees you doing better than him, he'll do shit like he did in Black Wall Street, destroy the whole fucking community.
And that's exactly what I'm generally getting at. So how is this not hell? You can't find a
Getting
job.
lynched, getting
You
killed
know,
on the
you get
streets.
subjugated if your name is Marquise or
Put your application
Jerome
in.
or Jarrell.
Deshaun.
It doesn't matter if you got a duh or a juh or a whatever. If you ain't got a name like Peter, Paul, Jim, you know,
Timothy.
then 9 times out of 10 your shit is going into the trash. That's hell. That's hell. And nobody can tell me that that's not true because I know it's true. How in the heck, and people act like they don't see the racial differences and this and that and whatnot. You motherfuckers see it. It just don't hurt. It don't affect you because you ain't getting subjugated at
Getting
all.
that white privilege.
You getting that privilege. That's exactly what white privilege is. Being that, I won't even call it white because I know what color you sons of bitches are.
Oh.
And you red. Those are complexions of flesh. So you ain't getting away with white no more. You red as hell, super red, strawberry red, and you all range in these reds right here.
To further prove that, our people, a lot of our people had tried to hide and pass as a white man. Like, that's why I can't speak Spanish.
Right.
Because my ancestors that came from Mexico, they didn't teach my parents Spanish because they wanted us to intermingle.
Come. Go Americanize yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Because and not to
That's
jump
gonna
on
prosper
you,
you.
but more than likely that's something that your grandma probably came up with.
Come.
And that's not nothing against your grandpappy,
happened to
but
us.
that happened to us too, because that's what our grandma was. I don't want none of them, French, blah blah blah.
Our grandma wanted us to be Catholic.
Right, she wanted us to be Catholic as hell. So it's just like, and then you gotta always add in, you got these 97 brothers. Where do they fit in? Because that's how they treat y'all. Where they're like, oh well, you look this way or you sound this way. It's undeniable that this brother's 97. He get to speaking, and you can't even discredit the brother no more.
Not everybody's
People
gonna
looking
come
at
in
him
as,
like. Then they look at another nigga like, is it cool that he said what he said?
And I'd be like,
Okay,
yeah, he's a
I guess it's
nigga.
cool.
Is it all right? Does he get the pass?
Right, do he get the pass? Oh, okay, I guess he gets the pass. And this
Sounds
right
right.
here,
I be looking at
Sounds
black
right.
dudes that like look at him funny, and I be like,
and
dude,
they
I'll
be,
kill you.
they be wanting to
You fuck
look. Yeah,
around,
they
you fuck
want
around, disrespect y'all, don't
they
I'll
always,
fuck you
they
up.
always want to look some type of way, like, oh, and that's Judah, man. That's Judah for real.
not everybody's gonna be coming in this truth looking like Wesley Snipes.
Right. We try to die. That's
Or
what,
Denzel's?
yeah, man. Not every brother gonna look like Denzel. And that's the thing. We Northern Kingdom. This brother Northern Kingdom, you Southern Kingdom, and don't none of us look nothing alike.
Nothing like we originally looked.
No.
Factory.
And if you was to ask an ignorant dude who's Northern Kingdom, who's Southern Kingdom, and at least he had some piece of only y'all brothers is Judites, and that's ignorant. That's ignorant as hell.
And then we probably be Northern Kingdom.
Yeah, and then y'all Northern, and they don't even want to. And there's brothers out, man, you idiot niggas who don't even want to acknowledge the Northern Kingdom. It's gonna get fucked up. Fucked up. Go ahead, brother.
So what was I at? 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it says, thus saith the Lord God, in the day when he went down to the grave, I caused a mourning. I covered the deep for him, and I restrained the floods thereof, and the great waters were stayed, and I caused Lebanon to mourn for him, and all the trees of the field fainted for him. So, do you want to, one of you brothers want to hit Revelations 11 and 13, and then 18, 9 through 11, just to back up. After these nukes, the nations are going to see that and they're going to tremble,
I got 9.
and they're gonna
18,
praise the Lord and mourn. Con.
And the king of the earth, who have committed for the fornication and lived deliciously with her, shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning, standing altar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, the great city Babylon, the mighty city, for in the hour of his judgment has come. And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth the merchandise anymore.
So these nations that followed you are gonna mourn. There's gonna be nothing ever in history has happened as bad as it's gonna be to America. You can imagine all these nukes hitting America and the Lord tearing it up too. That's just gonna be mushroom cloud, fire, burning, screaming,
Death,
so
blood up to the horse's bridle.
these prophets looking at this is gonna look like a lake of fire. And it's gonna be beautiful.
It is gonna be
And
beautiful.
righteous. Even if we get consumed up in it, and that's true humbleness, man. To come up here and say, yeah, our wickedness is as a dirty rag, and the Lord is coming back to destroy.
No, you trying to jump in that fire, get clean.
Yep, I'll
Get squeaky clean.
That's what I'm
help
saying.
me out, Lord. Shit.
All those stupid ass religions that they got, they're in that for just strictly to go to heaven.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Oh, them I'm gonna blow myself up, dudes. And them, yeah,
I'm
man.
about to go get 72 virgins.
Yeah.
That sounds like you in it for some pussy to me.
Yeah.
Talking about Ishmael?
Yeah, you thirsty, boy.
Yeah.
You're so thirsty, you blew yourself
You talking
up.
about Ishmael?
First, you done blown yourself up.
Yeah, Ishmael out of control with that shit.
They are,
cousin Ish. Why you
Should
tripping?
stop.
But
Stop
see,
covering up their
even
women.
then, though, even that Muslim man,
Oh,
Muslim was
they
giving
women.
Muslim was giving it to them to control them anyway because I mean,
It's a Ishmaelitic version of Christianity. And Christianity was the white man in Caesar Borgia's face, and Ishmaelite's version was some Arab named Allah and Muhammad and all the things that gets into, which is blasphemy, which I'm not even going to take the time to discuss.
On top of that, their own book says, that referred to the Bible as the book of truth.
Name me
this
one.
book as the book of truth, man.
Name-
Straight up, the Quran says it.
And the Bible,
I forget the
you know,
direct page, but it's actually
the original scripts of the Bible that were written in Hebrew on letters as if you were to pass it down to your sons were written in Hebrew way before any other doctrine was even printed or thought of under that mountain. So when Moses gave us that, it was the first, so say religion, which is not a religion, it's a bloodline through who you are. Okay, it was given unto the Israelites, and this is the first, doctrine or anything before any other doctrine. That's why we tell you that this is the truth and no other doctrine is above it. And Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is undefeated.
Name me one prophecy in the Quran that came true.
Yeah, there you go. What's the power in the lie? Where's the lie at?
Yeah, I've been blowing yourselves up for a while. Ain't no lie.
ISIS get mad if you want to. You can't touch me. Lord's with me, man.
There ain't nobody worried about them. What you talking about, man?
ISIS just, we know who ISIS is.
Esau owned ISIS, so we definitely ain't worried about y'all. Fuck it.
But matter of fact, if y'all trying to do some shit in Colorado, hit me up. I'll blow this bitch up so quick.
Man, you crazy, man.
Fuck America, man.
Yeah, I see some of these churches and what I feel in my heart.
I low-key want to go into Holy Apostles
people.
one of these days and just turn that bitch upside
But
down.
you know what?
Father Paul tripping, have a stroke in that bitch.
You know what? That's the Lord's about to destroy. Those would be the first things to go. Watch. Once they see, I didn't get raptured, they're gonna go after their priests.
Yep. Go straight after those little blasphemy dudes. Talk about I'm Father Paul, man. I'm just trying to teach about this Caesar Borgia. Well, I'm about to fuck you and your congregation up.
Father Death, you pushing death.
So, one of you brothers get 11 and 13.
So I'm on it. Are you on it?
Revelation?
Yeah.
11 and 13?
Oh.
I got it, brother. Alright, here we go. Revelation 11 and 13. In the same hour was there a great earthquake, and the 10th part of the city fell, and in the earthquake were slain of men 7,000, and the remnant of the frightened, and gave glory to Yahweh of heaven.
So when those missiles drop, that remnant that doesn't get destroyed in the missiles, you're gonna be giving glory unto the Lord.
Come.
It's gonna strike fear into your heart, and it's gonna be a lot more than 7,000. That's just a number, so it could be meaning 700,000.
Actually, do you mind, brother? I'm gonna go back and read it actually from 12.
Oh, go ahead.
Because 12 it just puts a little bit more of a
Go ahead, brother. That's the spirit.
And actually I'll go to 11. True. I'll just read it from 10. And they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them, and make merry, and send gifts to one another, because these two prophets tormented them that dwelt on the earth. And after 3 days, and half the spirit of life of Yahweh entered them, they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. And they heard the great voice of heaven saying unto them, Come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them. And in that same hour there was a great earthquake, and 10 parts of the city fell, and in the earthquake were slain
a complete
number of men. That works out. And the remnant were affrighted, and gave glory to Yahweh of heaven. And the second woe has passed. Behold, the third woe cometh quickly. And I only read that next line.
World War III,
but there you go. And that man,
World War III.
Break the cloud down, brother, cause that.
Well, let me get into 14 and 14, but we'll wait until
we'll wait.
Finish.
Yeah, no, for sure. The only reason I read it was I just love that scripture anyway, so I wanted to add that in there and talk about how Jake's salvation. I should have hit that brother with it when he asked me. Yep. Here's your salvation, bro.
Shit. Gotta take a drizzle. I'm sorry, bro.
You want to get 13 and 13 of Isaiah ready?
Yeah.
I got you, Zach. 24 18. Yeah. Let me read this verse real quick. This is verse 16. I made the nations to shake at the sound of his fall, when I cast him down to hell with them that descended into the pit, and all the trees of Eden, that the choice of the best of Lebanon, all that drink water shall be comforted in the nether parts of the earth. So right here at the top, I made the nations to shake at the sound of his fall. Y'all are going to be trembling. The whole world's going to be trembling, actually.
His heart shall be faint.
Yeah, man. Sorry. Yeah, Connor.
Sorry.
And then at the bottom here, all that drink water shall be comforted in the nether parts of the earth. We just broke down what that word nether means, and it has the same meaning here. You know, because sometimes you have the same word with different root meaning. But yeah, so it means low or lowest. So you know, those who are low, the first will be last, and the last will be first. They're going to be celebrating in that. They're going to be comforted in that day. You know, the plants, the animals, they're all going to be comforted, because all Esau does is destroy. You destroyed. Look what you did to all the world, all the pollution that's going out. You know, you coming around with chemtrails, personally doing it.
Every day too, man.
Mm-hmm.
Every day.
The trees hate your ass, man.
Even the yeah, that's true. The blades of grass hate Esau, man.
They have more. They have more reason to live than you, Esau.
They do. That's real, man. The lowest creature on earth got more right to
I'd
live
rather chill
than
with a
Edomite.
grasshopper than an Edomite, bro.
Real talk, man. Real talk.
Straight up, I'd rather kick it with a grasshopper all day with
Man,
Jimmy Cricket than
brothers-
have to deal with Esau all day, man.
I know dumb dogs that are more valuable than Esau,
Oh.
man. For real.
I'd rather kick
I've
it
taken
with
shits more valuable than Esau.
You want to get that ready?
This is Isaiah 24:14. They shall lift up their voice, they shall sing for the majesty of the Lord, they shall cry aloud from the sea.
And that's what we're gonna be doing.
That's what you hit earlier, wasn't
That's
it?
what we're gonna be doing.
Romans 14 and 11.
You got
Oh, I thought you
that
said
preset ready up?
Oh,
Isaac?
you know.
Yup, I got you. This is 13 and 13 of Isaiah. Therefore I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove herself out of her place, and in the wrath of the Lord of hosts, and in the day of his anger. Okay, so that's just talking about how this brother was talking about that great earthquake that comes with the ICBM nuclear missiles. That's going to cause the whole earth to shake, and everyone's going to feel it from one part. You know, they're going to feel the repercussions of what happened in Babylon, spiritually America, in Russia. You know, they're going to feel that earth shaking over there in Russia from where those ICBM nuclears fly from. And, you know, and in the day of his fierce anger, you know, that's the day of the Lord is not going to be like I always say, you know, gumdrops and lollipops and cotton balls. It's going to be death and destruction and a lot of sorrow for you people that hate the Lord, because you do hate the Lord. A lot of you people say that you love the Lord and you don't follow none of his commandments. No, you hate the Lord, because what the Lord's message and what he's trying to convey to you people, you've done nothing but reject for centuries. So what's going to be different now? Like this brother said, with nothing new under the sun.
What's that scripture in Proverbs? It says even his prayer will be an abomination unto the Lord.
Yeah, those that are completely wicked, those that have offended the Lord in that way, that his prayer will be an abomination unto the Lord.
And it's just common sense. I mean, even Albert Einstein has that quote. I don't know how World War III will be fought, but World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones. Because he's talking about after inventing the atomic bomb, World War III is going to be with missiles. And you're so proud because the missiles that you came up with, but the Lord is the one that caused that to happen, because it's your destruction.
And he made you do it.
And see, that ties into that cup
crazy.
of wrath, too. That cup of wrath had a lot to do with that, and that's what that brother got into.
And the funny thing is how the Lord's going to give Esau no option. That he made Esau pour his own cup of his own, destruction. And then he made Esau's hand grab that cup, and then he made him tilt it back and
drink that
bitch all the way down, and he's going to drink that all the way down and press that red button.
And also, if I add, he shared that cup with the heathens in other nations.
Exactly.
So for those of y'all that want to understand why that the same trespasses that are offended toward the Edomites will apply to the heathens as well, is because they shared that cup of wrath with Esau when he went around the world and shared that cup of indignation.
They all drunk upon the holy mountain, man.
And you're gonna try to fight. Wait to see you in that day, wrong child.
And they really think they're gonna fight the Lord, man. Like you watch movies like Battle Los Angeles, like Independence Day. They really think that they have a chance. That somehow that dun-dun-dun music's gonna play in their head, that Esau music, and they're gonna win or something.
The Day the Earth Stood Still. Or what's the other shit? War of Worlds.
All kinds of
they always got
shit.
them dumbass
movies.
Right.
Man.
When Esau at the end. That
That
Flight of the Valkyries shit. And he feeling
and that's not
himself.
gonna happen. You're gonna get fucked up.
Him and his
It's gonna be like a vine, bro. That dun 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 gonna start playing, and you're gonna get kicked down into a
man,
fucking
it always
hole.
be like the Edomite who's an accountant. He somehow finds his wife and his 7 children in the midst of absolute chaos. where niggas
Untouched.
unscathed, where Jake is at 24/7.
Like brother Chilla said.
Right.
You have little time to hide your meat.
That's how it's gonna be.
For your children
So, you know.
cry.
There you go.
Cry. I'm the scourge.
We about to fuck y'all up, man. Run. Run
Yeah.
fast.
War of the Worlds, that the original one, it shows
Tom Cruise?
yeah, no,
The
one before
original,
that.
there's actually one that came out prior to that.
Mhm.
Oh, I'm not
Black and
Yeah,
white
it shows
version.
on the part they all hide in the church for sanctuary,
Oh,
and then
they
they
do
tear
hide
down
in the
that
church.
church too. But if you look in the background, you gotta pause it. It shows Yahushua. It shows what he looks like in Revelations 1:14.
Yeah, that
Wanna
actually
know
has,
something funny, man?
has
I
that
think of
picture,
this.
that picture of that you always see of like the Mashiach, and he's dark skinned,
Right.
and he has that halo up over his head.
Yep,
It's
and the
that
white
that
woolly
picture
hair.
in the background.
You
of
want
that
to know
movie.
something funny too? Have you ever seen The Mist?
Yeah.
When that lady, when they're all in the store,
Oh, and the
they're
lady tells
tucked
them.
off in the store, and then she
Yup.
says, "You're scaring the children," and she says they should be
She said
scared.
they should be scared.
There is a God. There's one God,
Mm-hmm.
the God of the Israelites.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a vengeful and an angry God.
She says this.
And he,
word
and
for
he, and
word.
and then he says, and then she's what she says. She says, and his revenge will be in blood
And his revenge would be in blood. That's exactly what she
or
said.
something like that.
And his
People trip
vengeance,
out when they hear
his
that, too.
vengeance requires
Oh
blood.
yeah,
I
his
think
vengeance
is what she
requires
said.
blood, and then moments afterwards, the dude
including
goes
the
out and
blood of
dies.
the children.
Yeah.
And then this dude gets
ripped out of the
there's
fucking,
like what is it that there's a tentacle basically that comes into the room and wraps around this dude.
No, I think
Yeah, I heard
they go
about
out.
that.
He goes out on the rope, and everyone in the thing is holding the rope,
Oh, that's right.
and the rope goes into the air, and it like slides all
right.
the way to the top of the door. And they're like, "Whoa!" They're tripping and shit.
Trying to pull him
And they're
back
trying to
in.
pull him back in, and they just pull back a bloody rope
Damn.
at the end of it.
No, eventually they do get his ass
Sounds like a
about
bad
halfway in, but he's got that tentacle. Because one of them dudes get that tentacle wrapped around their leg.
Oh yeah, that's
And
later. But,
right.
The dude that goes out, his body is gone.
Oh yeah,
And
they
then
lose
he comes
him.
back and
They
rope
pull the
is
rope
straight
back
blood.
in, and his ass is gone.
Mhm. So the Lord took that Edomite. It was an Edomite, spiritually Esau did that. For
And
a
he was
reason.
talking that shit too when
And
he
he was
went out
talking
there.
that
Ain't
shit
nothing
like-
out here.
Y'all's tripping. And
I'm
how
out
you
here.
go into the sky then, bro? Why
Right.
you go into the sky and your body disintegrated
Right.
and now you just a bloody rope?
You got fucked up.
That's
So-
like that other movie too. What is that with Gabriel? Have you watched that one?
I think so.
Where you hear the horns of the Lord going, you
Yup.
know,
And that's
then
funny
they
too.
all
I
start
remember in
blowing up.
2012, man, when everyone was tripping about the world about to ending, that there was a sound, man. There's a sound that's been happening around the world. It's kind of
Oh, that like.
the horn.
Uh-huh.
And the Lord has been blowing the horn from the heavens, man. And
Yeah.
you can look it up. Look up Strange Sound 2012. You'll find it in all different parts of the world.
And that one
And it's
dude
that
is like.
trumpet blowing.
And the only thing, like, I can't sit here and say like, oh, I don't know how many people have heard it in the U.S., but just in general, like the fact that you can hear it, that should be enough for you.
all over the world,
You know
man.
what I'm
It's just
saying?
like in
That's because the Lord hardens their heart.
Come on, like Pharaoh, they hear that shit, they're like, what is it? I've seen a couple
That's
videos.
not the Lord.
Yeah, them reaction videos where like they'll be
I
having
fucking
it,
hate
and
you
like
people,
they're
man.
sitting there listening, and they're like,
That's a semi truck.
yeah,
Yeah, and then there's just people
What
that,
is it?
that sounds like a horn, man. Sounds like a horn. Yeah, because it's the horn of war. Yeah, I was
What
blowing
is
the
it?
horns of war in the heavens, preparing his angels for
That
the
horn.
slaughter that's about to happen in Babylon.
Come on.
There's
That
gonna be
horn
blood
that,
up to the horse's bridle, man. That's a lot of death. Okay, that's a lot of blood. So you
Considering that horse is like 7 feet tall,
Yup.
8 feet tall.
you people better
You
prepare
sit on
yourself
top
for
of
things
it.
that you've never seen, and that's for us as well. Okay, Jake, prepare yourself for shit that you've never seen, and spiritually prepare yourself for war because this shit is coming and it's coming fast, man.
Come on. You got some
Yeah.
more on that, brother, or?
Yeah, I got a couple more
All right,
verses.
so we'll let you get through that.
But yeah, so and two on that. I don't know what that movie's called, but that Gabriel one.
Yeah, we're gonna have to-
He breaks that out when he goes over there and he's talking about how they're angels that are killing everybody,
No,
and then they start tripping. They're like, I don't know what book you reading.
right. What book are you reading?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like the Bible that
Not,
you don't read.
Right. The one that you so say you follow to the T, but you've never opened. The one that looks nice and crispy on your
on
little
your desk stand,
yeah, on
while
your
you-
desk
while you
over there.
smoke pork and fuck
Yeah,
shit.
with the dust on it. That book over there, the one you've never opened. That one. Yeah, we read it.
You want to get Psalms 18:69.
Use the fucking papers there within the roll joints and shit.
Oh,
Fucking hate heathens, man. And Esau, because you are the super heathen.
Esau's the
Yeah,
nigga in
1869.
real life, man. The true nigga. For sure.
I just saw a fucking synthetic baby on Instagram, man. Y'all
You
motherfuckers
are some
sweet.
niggas. That's some evil shit. Man, I can't. Man, and it was gross, man. Not only
It
that,
looked like a fucking grown man
Yeah.
without a penis.
not only and
But a
it, that's
baby
what I'm
at the
saying.
same
It
time.
didn't even have no. Didn't even have no gender. Man, that's just wrong. Like
It
on
looked like a
every-
man but had a vagina.
Look, nah,
What the
it
fuck?
had nothing.
It was just like a little patch
simp.
of thing.
It was just a dirty synth. It was
Said it was
gross,
just,
man.
like, full out force,
That
man.
shit was evil, man. That
Synth-
shit was
synth
evil as
ass,
hell. I
bro.
couldn't even look at it. It was so evil.
That
That's
shit,
a
that shit
spiritual
scared me,
game,
man.
too,
I was like,
Fallout
man,
4.
fuck that, dude.
Fuck all that.
Yeah, so this is verse 17. They also went down into hell with him unto them that be slain with the sword, and they that were his arm, that dwell under his shadow in the midst of the heathen. So, that's talking about NATO, and that's talking about all you 2/3.
Right. Hiding under the Esau shade, man.
Gotcha, brother. This is Psalms 18:6. A fool's lips enter into contention, and his mouth calleth for strokes. A fool's mouth is his destruction, and his lips are the snare of his soul. The words of a talebearer are his wounds, and they go down into the innermost parts of the belly.
Yeah, so, you listen to these words, and you choose this tree, and it's going to lead to your destruction, hiding under the shadow. Verse 18. To whom art thou thus like in glory and in greatness among the trees of Eden? Yet shalt thou be brought down with the trees of Eden unto the nether parts of the earth. Thou shalt lie in the midst of all the uncircumcised with all the slain of the sword. This is Pharaoh and all his multitude with the Lord God. All his multitude meaning NATO.
Come.
And by saying, who's like his greatness, who's like America.
It's still running. It just the batteries low.
No, I was just trying to find what the charger piece looks like.
Oh, it's cool.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, it's all good,
got
brother.
time to wrap it up here. Yeah, so that's like, who's like America. America's a superpower who grew off of these waters of deceit, lies, and laws and philosophy.
Come.
So, the Lord has it in for your ass, Esau.
Yeah, man. That's why. That's.
Obadiah done?
Oh yeah. Go ahead and get Obadiah,
Let
bro.
me grab,
bust
I'll grab
that
that
out. Yeah,
charger
just-
while you bust that out. real
Yeah,
quick.
just bust that whole book out. And,
Just read. Yeah, I got you. Read from 1 to 12, and then jump from 12 to 15, and then read the rest after 15.
Alright. The vision of Obadiah, thus saith the Lord Yahweh concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from the Lord, an ambassador sent among the heathen. Arise ye, let us rise up against her in battle. That's talking about the people, that's talking about our nation and our remnant returning, and these watchmen and these fishermen coming back to these times, and this prophecy, these times of our people coming back to this truth.
Come.
And that's what it says, an ambassador was sent to the heathen to deliver that message to our people, to know that it's time to wake up and serve this purpose. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised. Our people are hated out here in these streets, man. Our people are the lowest of the low.
Especially when you claim your heritage.
And that's
too.
and that's a double too, because it's talking about Esau as well. You're greatly despised amongst the heathens, because the heathens have also arisen up, and the ambassador was sent to them as well.
Come. So we looking at y'all with a lot of disdain.
And the rest of the world is looking at Esau
And-
with disdain.
That's pretty much the way that goes.
So like we were saying, you laughing at us, we laughing at you.
You know?
And you 2/3 niggas who harking on to that.
Oh.
And the heathens despise us because they know who we are.
Mhm.
And even though a lot of us don't know who we are, they do. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee. Thou that dwellest in the clefts of rocks, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? And that's the arrogance of the Edomites. That's the arrogance of you higher class, wealthier residents that are up there at the tops in the clefts of the rocks, in,
Right.
in your apartments, in your high-rise studios, sniffing coke off of supermodels' bellies and stuff.
Why are
y'all
you
came
in
from
this
Mount Seir,
neighborhood
man.
type nigga?
Right.
Huh.
You know,
Why are you in this? What you doing in this neighborhood type nigga?
What you guys doing driving through here?
The VIP fantasy suite and shit.
Right.
Con, the Lord's gonna pluck you out of those rocks, man, in those high places that you think you're so safe because you have that big old black card, that MasterCard that has no end.
What you gonna do when 70 hungry niggas raid your building?
Then will you say, I am the Lord?
Then when you say, I am God, I'm your God, I bet you ain't got 70 bullets. Some of y'all think you do. You think you're going to hit all 70 niggas? You think you're going to get them all? Good luck.
That guy's gonna backfire on the first shot.
Yeah, or shoot himself because he don't want to lose his bitch. Shoot, Esau so bitch, man, he'll kill his woman, his child, and himself just so niggas can't have it.
Before you get them.
Yeah. It's going to happen too. There's going to be a multitude of them that do that.
You have to give it
They're
up.
going to show their spirit, man. They're going to show their true colors. Go ahead.
Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and thou that set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord. And I'm going to go ahead and hit that one more time.
Hold up. One more again. Play it back.
Thou that exalt thyself as the eagle, and thou that set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord. Okay, so the Lord's going to strike his judgment and indignation on you Edomites, especially you arrogant ones, like it said in the verse before. Who's going to bring me down to the ground? Who's going to bring me down? Who's going to stop me, the big bad wolf? The Donald Trump of the times that's been able to cheat his way and kill his way through society to make his riches and his ends meet. But if you put a sword in his hand, he's going to get slain first because he's a pussy.
Right.
Come on.
Okay. Let that go to 4 and 13 real quick.
This is Jeremiah 4 and 13. Behold, he shall come up as clouds, and his chariots shall be as a whirlwind. His horses are swifter than eagles. Woe unto us!
Swifter
for we
than
are
what?
Spoiled.
Swifter than the eagles.
Swifter than what?
They're swifter
Eagles.
than eagles. As in, much swifter than anything you dirty Edomites came up with.
And y'all love that. Y'all love that eagle. Damn, y'all love that
Ever
eagle.
since Rome.
Love that eagle,
Rome,
man.
That was your.
Y'all some Eagles, bro.
Yeah, you gonna get your head cut off, boy.
And that's straight up.
If these came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would thou not have stolen till thou had enough? If the grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes? That's to you Edomites, man, and that gets me on one already because I know that's how y'all did more and then some to my people. Y'all kicked us when we were down. Y'all saw my people struggling, and you had us in captivity, and you had us in our bondage, and you were supposed to pick us back up
You're our
as the
brother.
bigger brother. Come on, as our big brother Esau. That was your duty. The Lord had given you that commandment to pick His people back up, His holy people. But you took it and you ran with it, and you kicked them and you spit on them when they were down.
That just shows their wickedness. Because I know if
Come
my
on.
brother fell, and
I
the
know,
Lord
right?
chose him over me, I would pick him up,
Man.
I'd get down,
Just
kissing at his feet.
for real.
Sean, yeah.
And man, I'll never be able to understand that, man. I'll never be able to understand how somebody just turn their fucking back on their brother like that. Not ever, because
First murder,
That's
man.
only-
That
that's
wicked
only
root.
some
That's the only
inside
reason
shit.
that
You know-
they were made for a purpose.
Right when your kid
Yeah,
turns
I
18,
remember.
they're the only people trying to kick their family out. You know?
right, like
Yeah.
you gotta get you a
Yeah,
motherfucking job.
You're 18, you
Get
better
the
work
fuck
out.
out.
That's
go to
why
college.
Esau does that, but simply because they can afford it.
Yeah, that's why. That's the
the
only
reason
reason
that
that
they're
shit.
able to do that.
That's why people think like that. Like, oh, well, that's what you're supposed to do. So
Uh-huh.
when you're Jake and you stick around, you stay at home, and eventually your mom start cussing you out. Why you ain't got a job, motherfucker? Why you don't go to
Yeah, I'm
school?
trying to-
Join the military? Do this, do that, and all that shit wicked.
Or you have it the other way around. You got a job and you're staying with them to
Right.
support them,
Just
you know,
Yeah.
to help.
And you're like, well, I pay your bills. How you gonna sit here over here? Shit, man. And that's how it is. a
Honor
lot
thy
of
mother
times.
and thy father.
Come. And that's how it is.
How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? And that's going to be through the honor. We want to give all honors and praises to our elders, the elders of Great Millstone, because through their teachings and through the wisdom of the hierarchy of our establishment, GMS, and these wise men of old, we've been able to reveal these secret things of Esau, these hidden things,
Right.
these prophecies, these.
And we're fortunate
And the
enough
elect
to
are starting to be sealed through them.
And we're fortunate enough to understand and have the tools to be able to expand our knowledge in doing that because of them. So, all honors and glory to the elders of GMS, man. And it really anybody who was on this prior to and not turn into wickedness, man.
Fuck you, Nate.
And
Fuck
then,
you,
yeah,
Joe,
you
Charlotte.
all y'all niggas gonna burn, man.
I hope the Lord
Get
fucks
it
y'all
worse.
up, man.
For real.
Slow.
And I
Was
just
that
I mean,
the pastor of the sheep. What is that scripture?
yeah.
Pastor of the sheep.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
that's not exactly what it said, but it's
Like
the
the
leader of the
shepherd?
sheep. Yeah, the shepherd of the
Shepherd,
sheep.
yeah.
You know, shepherd of the sheep that false leadeth, woe unto him, it's going to be worse.
Oh yeah, that's
I think that's the New Testament.
Yeah.
I believe that's in like either Matt or Mark.
Not true.
Or half of it. Oh, I'm sorry. Salak.
All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. And if you've read Proverbs, you'd understand what King David and King Solomon, through that spirit of wisdom, would teach. You never sit at a man's table if he's offering you his gifts. You never take a man it's so easy and quick to offer his rewards to you. Because in that manner, you're going to become owed to him. And you're going to get set up in some shit that you can't pay for. And you're going to get screwed.
There you go. That's the basis of credit. That's the basis of credit.
And just like Esau has, you've eaten their bread, and they have not prevailed. And they laid a wound under us, and we did not see it, because our nation, when we were established in the beginning, we were a strong nation. We had no flaws. We had no faults. But where we went wrong was when we started dealing with these other nations that the Lord specifically told us not to deal with. That was our underlying.
Mostly they're women.
And they did.
Through women, man.
And through them, they laid those seeds of deception. They didn't come in there with swords.
Right.
They didn't beat my brothers. My strong, mighty men and brothers I know through our seed didn't die in no battlefield.
Right, like some Edomite just came to our land and was like,
us
look
off.
here, niggers.
Slayed us all.
I'ma fuck you up in some combat.
You motherfuckers couldn't tell a child, look here, niggas, and have them follow you, let alone, that's how you know there was some fucking involved, man.
Come on.
Let me just go ahead.
Go ahead.
I just wanted to say something on what you were just saying, about sitting at their table and accepting gifts so quick. And our people be celebrating. You might be at work or something. They give you a promotion. They give you a company phone or something. You're over there celebrating because of it. Oh, he's not such a bad guy. You just building up the yoke on you. Now he's gonna call you anytime he needs to, and you have to answer.
And because it's the company phone, you know what I'm saying? Oh, turn your shit. You don't answer a couple times. So you don't turn your shit off.
Oh, he got a raise, but they're pocketing all that extra money.
Right. And that's how that shit goes.
And the devices of our people are something as simple as that. Even like this brother was saying, a phone could get a brother to get like, oh, well, maybe NASA likes me.
But we read earlier, man, that that's what our people chase after.
Yep.
Is money and riches and ignorant shit.
Instant gratification.
And that's why, like the nigga sitting there laughing at us with a smooth face, this nigga look like, he looked like he just shaved, like he just
like
shaved
Jakes, bro.
and dressed up like TD Jakes, and then came and tried to
Tell
giggle at us,
Tell
man.
me about salvation. Man, get the fuck out of
What's
here.
the salvation,
Fuck
man?
out.
Well, that was a straw man fallacy the other way. There wasn't no bitches around, but he was actually playing the game like there was some bitches around. So.
Yeah, maybe he was trying to play for Giselle, and Giselle was like, nigga, you're a fool.
She
Maybe
did.
that was what was happening.
I don't know,
challenge,
but man,
challenge for her. I don't know, man. But like even then, man, she looked like me and Isaac. So what the hell? What you over here? She ain't listening to you. She over here for man. That's all right. Our people lost, man, for lack of knowledge. As much as we want to beat y'all heads in, we still have a lot of love for y'all. We got to deal with you coons, man. But you gonna get right one way or the fire on your ass.
Rebuke you out of love.
Shit.
That's what I always think of, man, with the 230.
Yeah, one way or another, man.
Y'all sick on this side, man.
He gonna get you.
Y'all sick, man.
That's my shit, bro.
But it be like that, and that's just kind of in all honesty, when you really break it down, that's what it comes down to. Either you're going to be able to understand that Yahweh Shem Yahushua came for his people and came back for us and set a list of rules and statutes and commandments for us to follow. The heathens and the 2/3, they don't belong to that, they do belong to it, but they don't acknowledge nor care about that, which is why, you walk on, oh wow, this bad shit happening. You racking up a tab.
A hit list.
Yeah, you racking up a tab. Really, when you got all these people running around doing fuckery and getting away with it, you basically putting wanted posters for your ass.
That's so true.
All up over town. That's all you really doing.
Like Assassin's Creed, where you
exactly, you gotta pull the wanted poster off.
You gotta pull
the wanted poster off. Go pull the wanted poster off real quick.
You got 7 your faces on
the Lord got all fucking 75 billion thousand of your wanted posters in one spot, Like, man, I'm gonna kill the shit out of this nigga. I'm gonna kill the shit out of this nigga. I'm gonna kill the shit out of this. And y'all think it's a game, but it's not gonna be a game once the bodies start to drop. Once the bodies hit the floor, y'all gonna start to realize.
You see a big ass angel in
Come,
the
or with, you know, and that's it's unfortunate as hell that our people are so fucking vain that they gotta see, right? That they gotta
with a sickle.
They gotta see some unnatural, you know, some spiritual type
You gotta
shit.
see it to
Well,
believe
I gotta see it in the spiritual, and then I gotta see it in the physical for me to believe it.
Then I gotta taste it.
So what?
Then I gotta
take a little
check
sip.
it again.
Yeah, like, man, get the fuck out of here,
See
man.
if it tastes good.
You, by you saying that you don't believe shit in a spiritual form without it being present in physical, that don't make no fucking sense. You cut yourself. So obviously you have no spiritual connection then. You just believe in everything in the physical form. Oh wait, or you believe in everything in the spiritual form. So you ain't got no connection. Period.
That's the motherfuckers
That was
talking in circles.
That's-
man.
yeah,
That's
talking
a
in
big
circles,
old dummy
man.
full of straw.
Yeah.
Big old dummy full of straw.
Puffed up with straw. That's our people in a nutshell, man. Sad as it is.
Shall I not in that day, saith the Lord, even destroy the wise men out of Edom and the understanding out of the mount of Esau? So with this, I want to let y'all know that's touching mainly back when Esau got the cup of wrath, which his brother was talking about earlier. And basically when the Edomites and the hierarchy of such found out through the Roman Catholic Church and the what would you say, the monarchies, the kings and queens were able to understand the reincarnation aspect of things, and that's how the Edomites in that nation were given that ability to jump ahead of everyone else and become the foundations or the founders of what the world has become to know is be known today. And as the Lord said, did he not destroy the wise men out of Edom? Because where the fuck do you see a wise man out here nowadays? We got 4 brothers sitting on the couch right now, sitting in Colorado Springs, and you know, trying to make it and just day by day. And yet, you know, we're over here trying to make knowledge for what it is, and you have the so-called people on the TV, the CNN goons and the newscasters, and they want to talk about Trump.
Right.
They want to talk about El Chapo.
Right.
They want to, but come on, man. The wise men out of Edom have been fucking destroyed because this is a bunch of jokes.
Look at this dude right here, man. Does this look like a wise man? That motherfucker lying through his teeth. He can't keep his eyes
And
straight.
look at all that ring.
let alone tell you some knowledgeable shit. But Esau and our
all that
people.
red, all this stuff.
Yeah, man, he all over there lying.
that,
Yeah, the
man.
red on them stocks.
Yeah, check them stocks going down.
Going down. They ain't never coming back. And you Edomites, man, you'd rather listen to a motherfucker tell you a lie, a sweet, smooth sounding lie, than actually
than the bitter
hear
truth.
the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah, the rough truth, the rough, unadulterated, no Vaseline truth. It hurts you so much, you just don't even want to deal with it. So
truth hurts.
that's okay. Keep pretending that we're not here. Keep pretending that there's no GMS. Keep pretending that there's no brothers out here, you know, trying to push this truth. Keep pretending that you don't know what the truth is. Keep pretending that you don't know what you did to our people. Keep pretending that you don't know what white privilege is. Keep pretending that white
Or
girl
pretend like
ain't
it doesn't
affected
exist or
you.
something.
It don't matter, man, because you're going down, regardless of what you do. Go ahead, brother.
And this is on the mighty men, and I don't think there's very many of those in Edom anyway, so you don't have to be worried about that. And thy mighty men, O Taman, shall be dismayed in the end that every one of the mount of Esau shall be cut off by slaughter. Not cut off by slavery, not cut off by timeout, not cut off by
Definitely not
the
timeout.
Lord said you did bad, Esau, so you got to go away for a while, and then you can come back with everybody else because everybody loves Massa. No. Cut off by slaughter,
Done.
by death, by doom.
Finito. Sleeping with the fishes. End it. Whatever you want to waste it. Whatever you want to put up there, your ass is done.
And
Wasted
your mighty man against my mighty men.
Or just
And Hamashiach.
or the Mashiach's mighty men. And that's not a good fight for anyone.
Right.
Edomite.
Against the Edomite? Come on. We waiting all right here for you, Peppy.
And even if we ain't among that
They
number,
might don't fight fair, man. He gonna come with swords, and that's
But that's-
okay. But
but
guess
that's
what?
okay
None of your
because-
weapons against no weapon that you form shall prosper against the one elect.
that's
Yeah,
okay. 'cause
Okay,
yeah,
that
man.
144
That's
king,
what it's about.
you're gonna
The
shoot
elect.
bullets at them, and it's gonna fall to the ground, and they're gonna fuck you up
The
right
elect
after.
gonna tear y'all asses up, man.
To pieces. We'll tear you to pieces, man.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna burn these last couple verses of this.
Yeah,
and
let
finish
this brother
this up
smash
because
through
I
these
know
last couple.
this brother's gotta make a little trip.
Yeah, we
For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover
Thy
thee,
face.
and thou shalt be cut off forever. So that's a connection to the previous scripture just before. So that's a evidence to show you that because of what you did, Esau, and your people, your nation, you shall be cut off forever. And it's said and done. Thus said the Lord.
Bye-bye.
Let me hit this for you again, just so that you know, emphasis on that. For what you did against your brother Jacob.
Yeah, you try
He
to.
that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. That's that slaughter that's coming for your ass after your captivity and your hot bondage, which is gonna be double plus, like we've been talking about. That something that
Double your
cup that you
fun.
can sip gonna be double plus, and you better hope that it's not talking about the Lord's years.
Yeah.
'Cause if it's our years, then okay, you got a long servitude to do. It's gonna be long as fuck, gonna be dreadful. But if it's the Lord's years, you might want to forget about freedom and just think about the time where you just gonna get put to death. 'Cause that's gonna be your only hope.
Yeah, them rocks.
Fuck you, Esau.
Death would be better than moving them rocks.
Yeah, them rocks.
You gonna pray for death, man.
Yeah.
Especially under my caps. Oh man,
Yeah.
I got some things for you, Esau, and I'm sure these brothers do too.
Y'all
Yeah,
brothers do.
I just wanted to say, and you Edomites might sit there like, what do we do? That was what our forefathers did. We didn't. I don't have no slaves.
I hate that.
I don't have no slaves. But you know what, motherfucker? You're in a lofty position and in a good place because of what your forefathers did to our forefathers, and now we're in a low place in the nether parts of the world because of what your forefathers did to our forefathers.
Suffering for it, man. Suffering for it. And yet you're in higher esteem. You got Bentleys, you got whips, you got Lincolns, you got bad bitches, you got strip clubs. Most of these brothers and these jakes are so ignorant out here and so destroyed and sick, they ain't even seen high class shit like that before. I didn't even know there was people living out there in the world that they lived like, and they lived up the street.
Mm-hmm.
And that's so-called the middle class that's destroyed. So how's DuPont living? How's the Rockefellers living? I don't want to know.
Yeah, no. That's uncomprehendable wealth. And truly, it's more or less better for us anyway on this side.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Because, man, if you knew, you'd be off like, them niggas that came up to us.
Runaway train.
What that, man? He said, Mother God.
Yeah, you should.
I couldn't believe he put those two things together.
A
Like,
woman and God.
oh, I
Yeah,
just want to
no,
push
don't
him
ever
on the
do
ground.
that. Yeah, don't
Put-
ever do that.
Push him on the ground.
That's
Stop
another
it.
thing, too. He
Because
comes
it
up.
says. Go ahead, brother. Sorry.
He comes up, acting like he has a problem, and then of course he's gonna say they don't have no problem. But you know what? When it comes down to it, I got a problem with you
Yeah,
because you're false
goddamn
leading our
cool.
people, leading them into a false doctrine. I got a problem with that.
Hey,
There you go.
Sharab, brother.
Sharab,
Shit.
return, man.
Yeah.
Even if you got to get your head busted,
Kwame
the
Yasser,
Lord is
man.
going to make your ass do it.
Oh,
You could,
And then I got this last little piece here, which is, but thou shouldest not have looked, and this is a addition, ammunition to what we had been just getting into of why you Edomites, which this brother has just been talking about, why all of y'all asses is going. Not the ones that was so-called guilty.
No.
Not the ones that you can prove that are guilty.
Or I had slaves, but they didn't really have to do nothing.
Right.
Or
I'll let y'all come
my
in the
family
house.
didn't have slaves. Or we had indentured servants who stayed in our house. Okay, they
Yeah.
weren't slaves. The Lord don't give a fuck, man. You put your hands on the chosen people.
And for that, but thou shouldest not have looked on on the day of thy brother in the day of that he became a stranger. Neither shouldest thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction. Neither shouldest thou have spoken proudly in the day of their distress. So that was another thing that the Lord was very displeased with you heathens and especially Edomites. Is the way you were given everything that you ever had and received from our nation, and you used it and you threw it in our face.
Through treachery from the shipwright who built the ships, from the nigga who made the sails, from the dude who designed the ugly bitch on the front of the ship, or the dude who designed the chains, or the rope maker, or all of y'all got paid blood money, our blood money, and not only that, you profited from it, and your sons after you passed on, they profited from what you did.
And what's that scripture that says that you shall inherit the judgment of thy forefathers?
Oh man.
I'm looking for it right now.
I'm gonna pull this one out while you're looking for that one.
I'm gonna hit this real quick in the end of Obadiah.
Yeah,
Was it?
let this brother finish. We'll jump on
No, I just that's what I was looking for.
that. No, it is relevant.
Neither shouldest thou have stood in the cross way to cut off those of his that did escape. Neither shouldest them have delivered up those that did remain in the day of thy distress. So not only that's talking about how there were persecution squads or posses that would go and chase our people, like the Hellenists, the Grecians, the people that were falling away from our nation Israel and Yasharallah in the beginning that were trying to convert and hide.
The Klan,
You know?
which is still going on today, and chasing all the Israelites down.
This is Deuteronomy 5:9. Thou shalt not bow down thyself unto them, nor serve them. For I am the Lord thy Yahweh, I am a jealous Yahweh, visiting the iniquity of thy fathers upon the children, upon the third and fourth generation of them that hate me.
Come.
So he's not even really even asking none of y'all to all love him.
And you Edomites, you have done nothing for most part of your lives other than prove how much
You're the
you
devil.
don't love Yahushua and how much you are the devil. Like this brother said, man, that's pretty much what I was getting at anyway. All you do for the entirety of your life is prove that you're the goddamn devil. From the time that you come out screaming pink and red to the time that you go back into the ground and get eaten by the worms, that you're the goddamn devil. Everything you do in between is devilish. Whether you ate pork rinds or whatever the fuck it was that you did, there was a whole lot of wickedness sprinkled in. Think about it. You don't follow shit the Bible says. You the most evil fuck as a whole. Y'all the most evil fucking people walking the planet. Yet y'all the most God-fearing people. Y'all the most pure people. All you do is murder and kill, rape, rob. That's it. That's all you know. Rape, rob, murder, and steal.
I got this 50 and that's all I got on this Obadiah.
Go ahead, brother.
For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee.
Mm.
Thy reward shall return upon thy own head. Okay? And that's one of the biggest parts of Obadiah that we wanted to share with y'all, brothers, because not only is this directly getting on Esau, Edom, but this is directly getting on all of Edom. Okay? And it tells you directly, there ain't no, okay,
Yeah.
questions, no, motherfucker. The Lord said,
we just built the sails. No,
Right.
no, bitch.
it don't matter.
You got.
You could have been the sweat. You could have
Right.
been the white man's slave, and you still could have been white, and you still going and moving them motherfucking rocks.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty true. That two-time loser. Them trailer park Edomites, their feelings be getting hurt and shit.
Mm-hmm.
You going into slavery too, bro.
Yeah,
unless
Joe Schmo.
yes,
Joe
unless you are an Israelite, or you can trace your lineage back to the kingdoms, southern or northern, you are going into slavery. Period. Whether you're a heathen or an
And the
Edomite.
heathens, the Edomites get it the worst because the heathens eventually are going to get placed back into
You
their
gon-
own
yeah,
lands
you
and live very, lavishly and
Come,
multiply.
and they'll live under the
and
law.
live great under the law of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, under the doctrine and following of the true doctrine and laws there that are written within
You saw?
of Yahweh. And
Your
that was
story is
given
going to
unto
be
the
a little bit
Israelites.
different.
But you gonna live lavishly and good under us.
What's that,
That is,
Yeah.
yeah, that's an Isaiah.
Let me bust
Yep.
out this. This is Psalms 137, 7 through 9. So this is just touching a little bit on the Lord's revenge that's coming to your ass, Esau, for the things that you did. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom, in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewardeth thee, as thou hast saved us, as thou hast served us. A lot. Verse 9. This is what you did, and it's gonna be come back on you as double, as we were just reading earlier. Verse 9. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against stones.
Yeah, go ahead,
That
brother.
was it. So, you took our little ones, dashed them against stones. Cut our women's stomachs open with the babies still in their
Cut
womb.
off our penises,
Yup.
hung us, burnt us,
Hmm.
fed our children to crocodiles as croc bait,
And told
make
us
shoes and belt buckles
in the
fuck
name
with
of
Esau.
Christianity, and told us if we don't call upon the name
Of
of
Jesus
Jesus
Christ,
Christ,
the earth pig.
then you're gonna do this to us. And you got brothers coming up to us talking about Jesus
Y'all
Christ.
brothers need
and
to
they
get down
ain't
with
shit.
Christ.
And they ain't even
I was like Mashiach, nigga. Fuck Christ.
and they weren't even Esau, which was the craziest part. You hardly see our people out doing anything other than what they want to do. But when we saw our people out there doing this for themselves and they were doing it the way they were doing, like these brothers said, it made us feel enraged because they were teaching false doctrine to our people, which is the worst thing you could do, especially in these times we're approaching Jacob's troubles, brothers.
And just to furthermore, what more or less what you were saying, man. And only because I went to Psalms to find what you was reading, that I came across this, and I'm just gonna reiterate right before we wrap this up. I'm gonna let you Edomites know straight up that the Lord's not playing when He says He's gonna put you. When did you say He's gonna put us All right, I got you. Psalms 2 and 8. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the utmost parts of the earth for all thy possession. We gonna take your shit, and we gonna take you.
I was to say that we shall possess their possessions.
We shall possess their possessions, man.
Right, because they possessed ours.
Straight up, and you know,
Women, our children.
and if you don't believe what the Lord says, I'll just read one more line just because I want you to have bad dreams. Thou shalt break them with the rod of iron, and thou shalt dash them to pieces like a potter's vessel. So the Lord's gonna bust you like a used up pot. You ever seen a pot smashed on the ground? Nigga smash a vase on the ground or a glass? That's you. That broken ass pieces of glass and parchment that nobody fucking wants. That's you. And we gonna take your shit and take you.
Your leprous
Period.
ass gonna.
You gonna beg for mercy and you ain't gonna get it.
They gonna be begging for that day that the Lord cuts them off by
Shit,
slaughter,
man.
man. They gonna be begging for it.
So with that, we gonna give all praises to Yahweh,
Hashem, Yahweh Shai.
Death to America.
Death to America.
Kwame Yasharala.
Kwame Yasharala. And that's all we got
about
today.
it. Shalom, Akion.
Damn,
Shalom.
man, we
Hope it was
put up
edifying.
like good shit, fellas.